Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me today on this wonderful day where we're talking about relationships and making better connections with the ones we love the most. So, this is called What's Really Blocking Love. And I'm Gina Hansen. If you're new to me, my name is Gina. I live in Hawaii, born and raised. And I've been doing this energy healing business for like 2 years now. I've been certified in emotion code and the body code, which we'll be talking about today. I am very blessed to have my friend Reenie here today. She has been recently divorced and been going through a lot of physical pain. So I'll be doing a demonstration later for you so that you can actually see me in what I do. There are some parts that you didn't see because I was actually working on her before you came here to watch. So first of all, I'd like to share my screen and share a presentation with you. Okay, so right now, sharing screen. And that one. This is there, we're here. Okay, awesome. So this is my presentation where we are going to talk about how we have these blocks in our relationships. And the number one reason most people say that they're having problems in their relationships is finances. Yet there's a lot of issues that we face emotionally because we're emotional beings. And if you're experiencing any of these things, communication problems, intimacy issues, difficulty feeling vulnerable, feeling hopelessness, and the stress of burying your emotions and really having trouble connecting with people, then you're in the right place because we're here for you right now. We're going to share some important, empowering information on how you can release physical pain, emotional pain, release and start to heal the relationships that matter most to you. So now we're going to start at the beginning of the common, like I was saying, common obstacles are finances, yet a lot of problems stem from our unclear, unrealistic expectations that we put on ourselves and our relationships. So that's number one, is setting expectations that are not good. The next thing is the communication, feeling unsupported, finances, and sometimes there's some cheating, form of infidelity, boredom, sexual intimacy issues. So those are just the 7 most common issues. Reenie is here with me right now, and I will share with you her picture, if I can put her on here. Let me continue there. So we will be talking with Reenie later. Reenie, you're unmuted. Of these 7 common issues, have you experienced 1 or 2 of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So most people have, and we will be releasing that issue soon. Reenie, have you done anything to improve your relationships in the past?
I have tried. Yes. Talking, communicating, trying to work out the problems, but to no avail.
Yeah. So, and you've been dealing with stress in your relationships for many years, right?
Yes. I was married for 22 years, and probably the last half of those years, the last 12 years, were really stressful. Yeah.
Yeah.
And trying to move forward is really hard too, because
yeah. Go ahead, Bree. Go ahead. So you can continue talking.
Just trying to move forward is really hard because for some reason the past issues, even though it's not happening with the current relationship, it's just like a repeat. It feels like a repeat of a continuation of my past. Yeah. And I can't seem to get over the barrier of that and like have a loving, comfortable, trusting relationship with another person.
Yeah, so this is exactly how energy healing can help, because some of the problems that we experience in our current situation are reflections of patterns that may be inherited, or even some of the lessons that we haven't learned yet. So stay tuned for more about this. Let's get back into the presentation, where I am going to share the screen. So we're talking about energy, and if you're not familiar with energy, most people just see themselves as their physical body, but we're actually more than this. We actually have a bigger aura, an energy body. It's made up of a mental body, an emotional body, a etheric body. There's different layers to who we are, and we are ultimately energetic beings. Our brains are electric, and our hearts are magnetic. So that's actually how we do this healing work, is we use a magnet to actually pull the energy out of your body. It's pretty cool. This is another important thing, is like, we don't realize that we're actually constantly sending and receiving information from our environment to other people. So one of the things that we have in the body code, which is another energy healing modality that I use, is we have the ability to tap into the subconscious mind and find out what are the broadcast messages, what are the messages that we're sending out to the people around us. We have no idea. Sometimes we're telling people how to treat us, or we're telling people how we feel about ourselves, like, I'm a victim, abuse me, and things like that. We don't even realize that, but our subconscious mind holds all this information. We're able to find out what is going on, what are we sending out, remove that negative energy, and actually implant into your subconscious mind a positive message to be received by the people around you. We're not going to be doing the body code work today, but it is an amazing addition to the emotion code, which we will be doing. We'll be breaking down Reenie's heart wall with her ex-husband. Oops, sorry.
That one too.
Because this has been many, many years, and it's actually physically showing up in her body. The stress of this prolonged divorce process is taking a toll on her physically. She's limping. She looks like an old lady. I can say that because she's my best friend.
Yes.
She knows I've told her that before.
Yes.
She's physically looking a lot older than she is. So today we're going to release the energy from her marriage, and we're going to set her free.
Yay.
So, yay. So what I'm talking about here is energy, and emotions can be, if you see here on the scale of this vibration chart, the lower emotions, shame, guilt, apathy, greed, fear, desire, anger, they can be measured on this scale. And what happens is the lower frequency emotions literally make us feel constricted. It's like wearing a straitjacket. We feel heavy. We don't feel like ourselves. We're out of alignment with our true being. And one of the things that I do in my work is I actually tap into your frequency. I tell you what, get a baseline. Where are you at? So before Reenie joined me here today, her frequency was at, I can't pull it up, but it was in the level of anger. It was at 150 something. So she was in the anger zone. Another thing that I do is that I add on to my practice is I do this thing called remove etheric cords, and those are literal energy cords that connect us to people. Sometimes they're good. When we have a healthy relationship with someone, those are good, clean energy that we receive. But if we are in a relationship that causes a lot of stress, this cord can literally suffocate you. And so what I did before Reenie joined us here, before the presentation, I removed the etheric cords from her. And you saw her frequency raised to 240 something, which is in the level of courage. And the frequency, I'm able to adjust Reenie's frequency by the work that I do with her, by removing these and the lower frequency emotions so that her frequency naturally raises up. It's an amazing process. And by the end of this session, you will see that she'll be smiling. She'll be so happy. She was literally crying this morning when I called her and asked her if she would be a demonstration to be here today. So I'm so thankful that I'm able to do this for her and
Thank
for
you,
you to
Gina.
witness this amazing healing modality.
Thank you, Gina.
So, first of all, I was talking a little bit about the subconscious mind holding all this information. We can tap into it and find out what kind of energy is there. A lot of our daytime is in subconscious. We're in autopilot for the most part during our day. We're not conscious, and so tapping into this information can really help you discover more about the art and also the lessons that you're here to learn. So 6 different types of trapped emotions that we're going to address. In my sessions, I take notes for you so that you can refer back to them if you'd like. The first type is your experience of life. That's a common emotion. And then we also absorb emotions from our environment, from other people. You know, that grouchy bank teller, and you go up to her and her grouchiness affects you. Like you can actually feel that anger or the resentment from someone else. It's amazing. So that's 2 types. And then we also, when we're in our mother's womb, we actually start to feel the environment, particularly how is our mom feeling? How is their dad feeling? And we can actually absorb their stress energy into us as a fetus. Then we inherit emotions, we inherit energy. When I work with you, I clear it from you and also your mom or dad. How many generations up it goes? Sometimes it goes up to over 100 generations. It's amazing how long these patterns, like we're talking with Reenie, these patterns of relationships have been, her mom and dad also had relationship problems and she's continuing with that history. So we have inherited, we have shared emotions, and this is like during the pandemic, we all shared fear, lack of control, anger, things like that. And this is felt by people. You're affected by people you don't even know. And that energy can come to you from being out in the environment, and you sense fear when you see someone wearing a mask, or someone else's energy can affect you. Or when you're listening to the news, you're affected by the energy of the broadcast, and that is shared globally. And then we have preconceived emotions. Those are past life emotions that can be from any lifetime you've had before. So those are the 7 types of emotions that we pull out. And let's see. So I talked a little bit about the subconscious mind, but I did not tell you that the subconscious mind, besides remembering everything, will try to protect you. And how it does that is literally, most people have bodies. We don't realize it until we start to feel the pain, like Reenie's feeling in her knees, her lower back, and different things. So we don't realize they're there until we start to notice, usually in our middle ages, where we start to see this pain come on. And so our subconscious mind, what it will do to protect us from this not happening again, is it will literally move the energy and put it around our heart to protect us. And it's a barrier to protect us from this happening again. But what it really does, it prevents us from communicating. It's literally a wall of energy that comes between people, and it protects them. But like I said, those lower frequency emotions are constricting. So you're not in alignment with your true essence. Like you're in this tight space, and you can't communicate with people, and you can't connect with them. So besides having relationship heart walls, which can be cleared in one session usually, we also have life heart walls, and that is layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of this energy that we put around us. And that takes around four days to clear, 3 to 4. Yeah. And so we have life heart walls, we have relationship heart walls, not only with people, we have them with food, we have them heart walls with anything, money, abundance blocks. There's energy, because everything is energy. You can have a heart wall with anything. I've actually even had heart wall with myself, my higher self, and I've cleared that. I've worked with people who have heart walls with their inner child. So this energy work can be done for many, many things to release and bring you back into alignment. So I'm not sure why you're here today. Maybe you're feeling frustrated and you want to have this connection that you once had a long time ago, and you want to restore that bond. Maybe you're just curious about heart walls, or maybe you're just bored on this Saturday morning and you said, let's go hang out with Gina. But in any case, I'm happy you're here. I'm so thankful that Reenie's here so that we can do this demonstration for her. Also, if you're watching on the replay, I appreciate your time, and reach out anytime if you have any questions about what you witnessed here today. This is a non-invasive procedure that I do, connecting to Reenie, and I'm already connected to her right now. And I do this through Zoom and also in person, but mostly through Zoom. I work with people all over the world, and I'm excited to share this with you. I believe whatever reason it is that has you here with me right now is you're committed to having an amazing relationship, and I appreciate that. So, oh, I forgot I had testimonial videos here for you. So,
working with Gina, I had a issue with my wife and stuff, and I used to try and get it like years and years. And then I called Gina, and she cleared some things in my heart. And after the first session, I stopped completely. I woke up in the morning and I was crying, not because I was crying because I did not cry for the first time. And yeah, Gina really helped me out a lot.
yeah, so this is Kiloha, and since working with him, not only has his relationship with his wife improved, but his business has kicked up, and he's super doing well now. And so, like I said, sometimes all energy is affected, no matter where you are in your life. So one session with me, boom, he was feeling a lot better in his body, and I'm so thankful that he was brought to me through a referral.
I started working with Gina about a year ago. Initially, I worked on a heart wall with my kids, my daughter and my son. And my son was a lot more worried because he's a teenage boy. And that's a cool teenage boy. He doesn't talk, always in his room. Well, he is more talkative, and he likes to hang out outside with my partner. We were going to break up, and in desperate attempt, I asked Gina to work on healing. And it's just amazing. It's amazing. We're more kinder to each other, more loving, and yet intimacy, and that it has on my life, our wall, but it's encompassing my whole life. And with that, we worked for about 3 months. We had a session 1 hour every Monday. And I can tell you guys, I've tripled the amount of money I make, my relationships with my children. I have a new circle of friends, and I'm just really grateful.
That's so awesome. Yeah, this is another amazing testimony of how energy can affect all areas of your life, your physical, your relationships, your money. It's all energy.
My mom is a wonderful woman, and I love her. But she in my life.
Heal these places for myself that have been hurt and all that kind of stuff. And so working with Gina has been an integral part of that healing process. She helped to break down my heart wall in that relationship area. And, prior to that breaking down of the heart wall, I found myself easily triggered, anxious, just uncomfortable, tiptoeing around my mom, and that was really painful. One, it was painful because to feel those ways just doesn't feel good, period. But it was especially painful because to feel that way around my mom and about my mom, I didn't like that. That doesn't feel good. And so I'm really grateful to Gina for working on that with me. And, now I can say that I do have a different relationship towards my mom. And the cool thing about it is that it's not like we sat down and had a therapy session together. I just got to have my heart wall removed, and that just somehow shifted the energy in a way that I just don't have that same feeling of anxiousness and that same immediate triggering being around her. I'm just a lot more at ease, a lot more comfortable, just feeling a lot more safe to be myself around her. And if she says things that, you know, are kind of upsetting, one, it either rolls off my back a little easier, or two, I'm just able to voice myself more rather than before, which was more like I would just be in silence and kind of like just taking the hits coming at me. I'm just more bold and empowered in myself, more at peace and more at ease. So thank you, Gina, for working with me on that.
Awesome. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? I've been working with a lot of women who have relationship problems with their mothers. And I think it's so important for us to do this healing because, you know, as women, clearing this feminine energy from our bloodline is really, really important. So really, removing your relationship heart walls is the quickest and easiest way to regain a deeper loving connection. I truly believe that. I've witnessed that for myself in clearing my relationship heart wall with my ex-husband. And in this time that I cleared it, he would trigger me just by saying my name. And I would tense up and suppress myself, my emotions. I would not respond. And now we're able to have conversations without that energy, that heavy energy. And we're able to raise our son together in a nice, peaceful manner. So it's really helped me heal my whole life, really, because I've stepped into this power that Kiri was talking about in the last testimonial. When you start to open your throat chakra and speak and just be who you are, it's just super empowering work. So the benefits of removing your heart walls: better communication, remove the physical pain, possible disease prevention, raising your frequency, like I mentioned earlier, boosting your immune function, increasing your happiness and abundance, and deeper connection. So many, many benefits to doing this work. Clearing your energy naturally shifts your relationships without your loved one's active participation. A lot of, I work with both men and women, and I find that sometimes when this work is initiated by the woman, they think that the man will be open to it. But what I have seen through my own practice is that sometimes if they share this with their spouse, then what happens is that if the spouse says okay, then I'm able to actually work with them without seeing them. I'm connected to them. I take all the notes and I send it to him after. And seriously, it's been super powerful to help relationships. And it's not like traditional therapy. I don't need to pry into your business. It's super private. And so another benefit of this work is I work with some couples who both work with me, and they use the information that I provide them to communicate, to bridge the gap in their communication and talk about their youth and their age, you know, and their thoughts and their thinking around what happened when they were 13, or why something that happened at 3 years old to them is affecting their current marriage. So this work can be completely healing if you choose to do it consciously and use it as a tool for your communication, or whether you rather not be involved and have me work on you remotely, I can do that as well. Life is too short to be in mediocre relationships. I truly believe that, and I know you probably do too. So right now, I'm going to stop the screen share, and we're going to dive into this demonstration with Reenie. Let's see, actually, I had last calculated Reenie's frequency before this was at 233, and we will check back in later to see what her frequency is at. But if you're watching the replay, you know, go ahead and fast forward if you want to get to the end to see the results. Because I know I get like that too. Sometimes like I watch a little bit and then I'm like, let's see what happened. So Reenie, tell me, first of all, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. You're unmuted. What is the current challenge that you want to resolve and heal?
I'd like to resolve number one, my relationship with my my boyfriend. We got back together, but it's not working out. He's bringing up all these past things that I've done and just really bringing me down. Like, I'm feeling very guilty for it, and then also it's physically my pain of my knees and my leg and my hips is getting worse. My finances have completely stopped. I've not even received any, child support for the last 3 months, and no matter how many times I call child support, they can't seem to figure it out. Um, I mean, I guess for the rest of my life, I just put on a happy face, and I just go out in the world, and I'm living my passion, which raises my vibration, which I love, but it's really difficult. I'm having a hard time even with my youngest daughter. She's 13, and I can tell that she's been completely affected by this whole divorce. And it's just a challenge all the way around, Gina.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to be here to support you, Reenie.
Thank
On
you.
a pain scale from 1 to 5, with 5 being the most severe right now, how would you rate this issue in your physical body?
I'd say a 5. I can barely sleep. Like, I didn't get any sleep the last 2 nights.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. We are just for your clarity, we're actually not going to be working on your relationship with your boyfriend. We're going to be working on we're going deeper into the relationship with your ex,
Which is probably where it all stems
the
from.
problem
Yeah.
has started
Yeah.
and originated. So that's what we'll be working on today, releasing this heart wall with your ex-husband. And how long have you been dealing with this challenge, this physical pain?
I'd say 7 years.
7?
Yes.
7 or several?
7.
7 years. Okay. And what solutions again did you try to use to see if you could get?
I mean, I'm taking pain pills, chiropractic care, stretching, yoga. Yeah. Listening to a lot of meditation. I'm trying to dive more deeper into, healing myself. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So would you be willing to let go of this condition here right now on this webinar?
Yes, please. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So in a normal session, I start by saying a silent prayer, asking for guidance. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay. And I also normally take notes, but because it takes some time, I'm not taking any notes today. But if Reenie would like to, she could take some notes on her own if she feels like something pops out at her. So I'm going to be using this chart, very well used chart of emotions, and we're going to begin right now. Here we go. So connected to Reenie. Okay. Are there any heart wall emotions that can release from Reenie right now in this relationship with her ex-husband, Jay? Preconceived worry. Okay. That's a past life worry. Absorbed nervousness. Shared defensiveness. Anything else? Preconceived grief. Anything else? Preconceived panic. Preconceived. Taken for granted. Anything else in this heart well with Jay? Even to preconceived guilt. shared self-abuse, shared taken for granted, absorbed, discussed, confusion, heartache, inherited crying from your dad, 4 generations. The crying is actually suppressing emotions. So it's a feeling of like constriction in your throat and your diaphragm. And it's either a feeling where you say something that you really are hesitant to say and it comes out and so you feel this pain here, or it could also be that you suppress your feelings. Did I release that? Yeah. So that was also released to your children as well, so that's good. Anything else I can release from this relationship heart wall with Jay? Shared bitterness, shared confusion, shared stubbornness, absorbed disgust, shared conflict, crying, insecurity, absorbed insecurity, confusion, shared failure, self-abuse from your dad, 3 generations, absorbed shock, absorbed shock, inherited depression from your dad, 3 generations, any other trapped emotions in this relationship with Jay? Be odd, even to shared indecisiveness. Anything else? Be odd, shared frustration. Anything else in this relationship with Jay? Shared failure. Anything else? Be odd, even to shared panic. Two, hopelessness. grief from your dad, 4 generations. More, sorry, more. Any other trapped emotions in this relationship? Heart wall with J, B, grief, grief. Shared grief. Can you close the door, please? Thank you. Sorry, interruption. Any other trapped emotions in this heart wall with J, B, grief. Lots of grief. Grief affects the lungs and the colon. Yes. 3 generations inherited pride from your dad. Get rid of it. Any other trapped emotions in this heart wall with J, A, inherited anxiety from your dad. 4 generations. Everything's coming from dad so far. Got it. Anything else in this heart wall with J? Failure. Depression. Confusion. 3, preconceived rejection. Inherited self-abuse from your dad again. More than 5, 10, 15. 48 generations of inherited self-abuse from your dad.
Oof.
Self-abuse is negative self-talk, being mean to yourself mentally. It could also mean not sleeping enough, not feeding your body, not exercising, things like that. It could be taking drugs or in some way just harming yourself, your physical body. Okay, did I release that? Yeah. Any other trapped emotions in this heart wall with J? Inherited stubbornness from your mom. You finally got one from your mom. 3 generations. Okay. I release it. Any other trapped emotions in this heart wall with J, A, B? Inherited conflict from your mom. 3 generations. Shared despair. Confusion again. Shared shame. Inherited indecisiveness from your mom. 3 generations. Any other trapped emotions in this heart wall with J? Inherited panic from your mom. 3 generations. Inherited lack of control from your dad. 3 generations. Any other trapped emotions in this heart wall with Jade? No. Does Reenie still have a heart wall with Jade? No. Yay!
Yay.
Yay! So that's what it looks like in a nutshell. There is another layer to this work that I do with the body code, and Reenie, I can help you do that at another time. But basically, what I do is there are current emotions that might be reverberating that are not in a heart wall yet. So there's other energy around you. Another issue that I address is seeking heart energy. That is also known as addictive energy. And basically, our hearts are designed to feel love, joy, and happiness. But when we're not happy, when we are, in that space, in the dark space, we look for other substitutes for love, food, addiction, other addictions that could be anything. Exercise, even overwork can become an addiction. Placing too much energy in something else that you're trying to find fulfillment in. So, and there's other layers too. There could also be a miasm, which is an inherited energy from your, someone up in your genealogy. Someone could have had an illness that they didn't heal properly, completely, and that energy can be passed down to you, and you can actually be experiencing an inherited blockage in your relationship that way. So there's other facets too, but basically I use the body code completely after this session so that we can actually continue to break down any negative energy that's causing that could potentially cause more heart wall emotions down the line, because heart walls can come back again because we're all human and we experience life and we hold resentments and grudges and anger and different things come back in our lives. So we can easily build the heart wall back if we're not conscious of it. But if we consistently do this healing work, we can manage our frequency in a way that we can feel at a higher state all the time. Speaking of frequency, let's check in with Reenie's frequency right now. Oh, so it's over 350. 58. So your frequency is at 358 right now, which is the level of acceptance, the emotion of forgiveness, and the life view is harmonious. How do you feel right now, Reenie? Let's check in with you.
Yeah, I have, when we were going through this, I was forgiving my parents. I was forgiving myself. I was forgiving Jay. Just forgiveness all the way around. And so when you mentioned that, I agree with that. When you were also doing a bunch of healing, I literally, when I closed my eyes, I could feel like this, I saw this dark energy right here. And then right after you talked about right here, how it's closing up and how the emotions, absolutely my my lungs are always, I'm trying to clear. And my situation, when for years going to the bathroom and all kinds of things. So my colon and everything like that. So right now I feel better. I'm still feeling overwhelmed, but I think I feel better than when I woke up.
That's great.
So
So it's going to
thank
take you 3 days for this energy to process out of you completely.
Okay.
In the meantime, drink lots of water.
Okay.
And you might feel a little more tired today because sometimes people will be impacted the first 24 hours that way. But other than that, you'll start to feel lighter as this energy starts to leave your body. So I'm curious to find out how this pain in your legs and your hips feel right now.
Let's check it.
I'm going to stand and walk a little bit.
Yeah, feels a lot better. Yeah, I would say the knees are gone. The knee pain's gone. Still got a little tiny back pain, but I would say 95%. I think it's a lot better, Gina. It's amazing. Thank you.
Wow, this is awesome. Yay!
The pain was what was keeping me up. Yeah, the pain was overwhelming. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm appreciative that you were able to give me this time, your time to do this and to be a witness to other people. I mean, being vulnerable really and sharing some of the emotions that have gone in this heart wall with your ex-husband. So if you're watching the replay and you're curious of how this healing can help you rekindle your emotions, if you've been in a relationship for a long time and it's dirty, you want to clean it up, you want to be fresh again.
Yeah.
I can help you with that. If you're feeling physical pain like Reenie, we can address the pain directly, or we can release heart walls. Whatever you need, just let's get on a call and let's see how I can best serve you.
Thank you,
So
Gina.
thank you for watching the video. I'm going to put a link down below so you can reach out to me and we can schedule a discovery call. I'd love to get to know you and find out how I can help you. Have a great day for watching. Thank you, Reenie, for
Thank you,
staying
Gina.
with
I
me
love
to the
you.
end.
Thank you. Love you, Gina.
Love you too. Take care, everyone. I have to figure out how to end this. There we go. Ends.